Hey everyone, I wanted to give another kind of trading mindset or trading philosophy kind of video. Uh, I like to reinforce topics like this just because I think just like everyone's looking for like that next hot stock or that certain strategy that's gonna help them win or whatever their reason is. It's also good to talk about what kind of goals you have and how kind of putting that in front of um, your trading wants and needs is going to ultimately help you get to that end goal where you're trying to get to. And you can have goals for like many different things. For instance, like what started or what got me started in stock trading was money. Like I wanted to make more money. I basically wanted a second income, having extra money on the side. And that kind of evolved into a different goal, which ended up being paying off my debt. And that kind of evolved into a different goal because after I paid off my debt, now it became a fun hobby. And then on top of that, I got like another goal where I kind of want to do like a at the end of the year, like depending on how much money I gained or whatever, like I want to give a certain percent back in some sort of a charity donation. And like as I do this more and more, my goals change, they update, they increase, they multiply, whatever. But I mean, I just kind of wanted to touch on that, like, what are like some goals for trading? So like off the top of my head, like you could say like money's a goal, family's a goal. Whether you're trying to trade to like maybe help out your family, if they're in a situation where they can't financially take care of themselves, or if they're sick and they need help for like medicine or something, they just can't afford it. Um, if you trade for like a career, like you want to be like a day trader, which I am interested in, but I'm kind of far from that goal. I think I got to work harder to get to that goal to one day be financially stable, where I could just sit at home on the computer, make money, and not even have to clock in at a job. Um, Hobby, like I said, is just something fun that you could do on the side. That like right now for me, like I enjoy my day job, like what I do, and I enjoy trading. So like I like both. So trading right now I think is more of a hobby, but like I do have other goals in set. A business would be another if you want to invest in a business or kind of have your own like trading business. Maybe you want to start like a small hedge fund, something like that, where you get some people together and together you trade. Like I said, charity donating, where if you want to if you want to work hard at something and kind of give back, because like you can give back like working your day job like I do, but ultimately what's going to make like the big donation, which is really what's going to help and stand out, I think, is having the trading on top of my normal day job. So I'm kind of using that as a way to up my game on how I want to give back. The more I can make, ultimately the more I can give. And then debt payoff, and debt payoff was like huge for me because like I said in other videos, I had like 15 grand in debt, so it definitely helped me get out of that. Where if I would have just worked, I wouldn't have gotten so much paid off. I wouldn't have gone as far as I did just in like the short amount of time, like just like the 1 year. But things like that, I don't know like specifically what all of you are trading for, but like kind of just like I'm sure one of those topics is like one of them. You know what I mean? And like when I set up my portfolios, I kind of stick to a certain goal. That way I don't deviate from it, and like that'll be like my strategy for it. That's why I use several apps. You could argue it's much better to have all your money in one broker, which like I'm not gonna say you're wrong if you say that. If that's your strategy and it works for you, that's great. Keep at it, keep working at it. Keep improving. But for me, it's just easier to have certain goals for certain like brokers, certain apps. For instance, my stash app is my buy and hold strategy. It's my long term application that I'm using for trading, and most of this is based on political policies and how the government's going to kind of shape the stock market. You see me in other videos, I talk about things that are happening in the economy, and how like certain stocks and markets and sectors have like kind of like gained money off of the news, like defending America anytime Trump gets aggressive on a country, or when I did the story on Iran doing their nuclear testing. I mean, not their nuclear testing, their missile testing, but they did say they could potentially put a nuclear warhead on their missile. That was kind of a deal. When I talked about Live Long and Prosper, which is my health sector, when they were working to repeal Obamacare, then they denied a bill that Sanders and another senator tried to pass to import medication from Canada. That affected that one. My raw earth, which is my oil, when Trump revived the pipelines, Dakota Access and Keystone, and then also nominating Rex Tillerson, a 40-year ExxonMobil employee who was CEO for I think like 20 years. That affected it. Money machines. Was it Steve Mnuchin, the Secretary of Treasury, being nominated, and like there's something tying to these stocks. That's kind of giving them that bump to go up, and it's mostly like what's going on in the political climate. Like one that I'm looking at right now is the Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, who met with Trump today, because Trump backed out of TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which was a trade deal with several countries. So Trump's trying to do more of a bilateral agreement, which basically means just the U.S. and Japan have their own deal. It's not a deal with several countries. Trump just wants kind of those one-on-one plans, it seems like. Like I want to have a separate deal for Australia, a separate deal for Mexico, a separate deal for Japan, a separate deal for Britain, something like that. So I'm sure that's going to affect the stock market some way. I don't really know. Off top, I know Japan is one of our bigger car importers. So like if you're into automotive stocks, maybe that'll be a help with that. But I know most of their cars models you can only buy on the Tokyo Stock Exchange, so I don't know like how it's gonna play out. I'm just like kind of thinking like what would be the benefit of that. But that's kind of my goal with this one, is to hold on to this these ETFs to keep building them up, because this is gonna be my long term wealth kind of strategy. This is gonna be this is more of my money goal, where I want to get as much money as I can out of this in the long term. And then I have my Robinhood, which is more of like my enjoyment hobby, because I get a day trade penny stocks, and I get to buy and sell every day if I want to. And one day that'll probably evolve into a career for me, where I can day trade, and I probably won't use Robinhood. I'll more realistically use a much better platform that has like better charting tools and stuff like that. But man, I should have sold this today. Now that I'm looking at it, it's at all time high. Oh well. This like it's like this is the fun app. You know what I mean? Because like you have like 5,000 plus stocks you can buy. This is the app that I used to pay off a majority of my debt. Because debt paying off was a goal. That's kind of what this setup is. This is just this stock changes all the time. Because my strategy and what I buy and everything is gonna be changed on this. And then I have like my Acorns app, which damn, this fucking thing. That's kind of like my savings account, where I'm able to build it up to a certain point. This thing doesn't want to work. Screw it. And then as I need money, for instance, purchases for whatever reason, I just take money out, take money out, take money out. So it's kind of just having that like an extra savings account, or like an emergency fund or something like that. That one I don't anticipate to ever really get much use out of. I don't make a lot of videos with it, but I would like to do more to kind of keep you guys in the loop on it. But it's such a standard, or I should say, it's such like a basic platform. Like it's not in my head, it's not like exciting enough to kind of spend time on, you know, because you only have like five choices on that app, and really that's it, you know. If you want an aggressive or conservative or moderate, whatever kind of setup, and that's it, you know. There's not a whole lot you can do with that. But you know that one would be like just like a money goal where I just get as much money as possible, you know, and if I ever have like a situation where I just need money, like an emergency fund or whatever, like, you know, my car breaks down or something like that, you know, I have that money that I could pull out of it. But you know, and then some people, you know, they'll trade for the family, you know, they wanna work hard to get their family out of debt, you know, support their family. You know, maybe you're a kid and you got a single parent, and you know you see them struggle, and maybe there's an extra way for you to get a little bit of money on the side where you can like kind of like help them out, you know, or maybe someone in your family got like a bad diagnosis, and you know they're gonna need like a lot of medicine, and it's gonna be a long term healing process, you know, and they need is like they're gonna be draining their bank account just trying to, you know, to help themselves, and you know you see that and you want to try to help, you know. There's so many reasons, you know. There's so many things I think we could tap into to motivate us to evolve our trading strategy to not just make more money just for the sake of making money, but like to actually do something with it, you know. Like I talk about, like when I talk about like my politics and stuff and like the news and stuff, I always kind of mention, you know, I feel bad saying this, but you know, and then I talk about whatever it is because, you know, I'm hypocritical in the sense that I don't like certain things that are happening right now with the stocks that I am invested in, but I recognize that those are the investments that are going to ultimately yield me the most money. So it's hypocritical, but at the same time, like I understand kind of the world for what it is, and I'm trying to make a profit off it so I could take care of myself. You know, I'm not blindly. You know, oh no, I'm buying oil stocks. It's okay. Like no, they're ripping apart people's land. You know, oil pipelines are blowing up, leaking places, and like damaging stuff. You know, I'm buying defense stocks. You know, like you know we're in other countries. You know, in war and using those weapons, and like it's massive damage that we're doing to certain countries. You know, it's things like that. You know, I think about it, but at the same time, I recognize that these are just the ones that, you know, are going to get the most play. And I don't want to be ignorant to that. You know, I want to understand what I'm investing in. I want to understand how my investments affect, you know, the market and the world, you know? So just kind of giving ideas like that to you all. Maybe there's something, you know, something that you do, you know, that you could just like, if you want to like throw in a comment in a section or whatever and say like, oh, I trade because of this, or I invest because of that, you know, like I'm sure like other people will see that, you know, they could get interested, you know. That's what I'm trying to do, is get people interested in it. But and then there's like other things going on in the economy. Like I'm kind of waiting to make some more videos. Like one I want to make a video on is Trump's proposed tax plan, because that's going to be huge, because the way they're talking about it, it's going to be like the biggest thing since like the New Deal back in the day, which I don't know, but we'll find out. If it's going to be anything like the Bush tax cuts, it's not going to be good for people like me who's not very wealthy. But I could play that though. I could spin it in the market, because I could see how that could invest or help out the rich people, which, let's be honest, that's probably who it's going to help. And I could profit from it too. You know, I'm not going to sit here on the sidelines and get angry at the dude because he only wants to do things for like the upper class and everything. I'm gonna fucking profit from that. I'm gonna figure it out, you know, and I'm gonna get that information. And then when I do, you know, I'm gonna share it with you all, and you know, give you the best guess, best, you know, best prediction, best, you know, information I can give you guys, you know, and like hopefully we can all come up off of it. And then like another thing, like the whole Brexit thing that happened, you know, Britain leaving the European Union, like that brought the market down back when that vote first happened. And like that was a great buying opportunity. Like I bought that dip, and you know, I definitely profited from it. But I guess now the parliament voted and they have, or was it they have or they have the power, I guess, to make it happen. Like they could, like, okay, this is gonna definitely happen now. But understand, they got to negotiate, their trade deals. They gotta kind of do what Trump's doing, trying to make new trade agreements with other countries. I mean, Britain, I think, can sustain themselves for the most part, but I mean, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna basically go it alone for like a little bit until you work things out. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Theresa May will do. But I just kind of wanted to make this video. Like I said, I know it's not the buy this stock, buy that stock, blah 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 kind of thing. I just wanted to, like, I want to mix it up every once in a while. Just give you guys different topics and stuff to think about in videos and information. There's so much out there. Always as soon as this video's done or whatever, you feel like you're done with it, click onto someone else's video or another one of my videos, or flip on the news or whatever. Like, always be trying to, like, keep up on what's going on. I believe that's gonna make you the best possible trader, because you're the most well informed. Because as soon as a piece of news comes out, the stock market jumps on it, and you want to be there before it happens. Or you want to be there after it happens, because maybe the market will dip and then you can buy the dip and then it shoots back up again. So I'm going to do the best I can to keep you all informed. I'm going to try to stay up to date, and hopefully what you see, what I do in the market can, help influence you. So just wanted to give you all that, and I hope you all have a good weekend. So I'll catch you at the next video.